I was supposed to buy more fragrances yesterday. I didn't because I bought too many the last week. Out of the 150 new fragrances I've added to my collection, these are the best ones right now. Let's go. What's going on, guys? My name is Neeb. Welcome back to AROMATIX. Today we're going to be picking out the top 10 fragrances that I've added to my collection in the last 2 months. Because of this move, I have bought back-to-back fragrances from multiple brands. I've also been gifted, yes, gifted by multiple brands. Today we're going to be talking about the top 10, regardless niche, designer, and all things included, that I've added to my collection. And in all honesty, to make sure that this is honest, and as always, 100% honest, this is one that came back to me. And I was just like, I cannot believe how little attention I've given this fragrance because of the projection, because of how many people literally constantly tell me, bro, Xandal is a banger. And I've been revisiting it now that it's gotten a little cooler. By the way, cooler just means like instead of 110 degrees, 90 degrees in Dubai. And I've been rocking this shit out of Xandal. I've been layering it. I've been doing all things you could think imaginable. Let's just stop there. Vanilla, ambroxan, rugged patchouli, and chocolate powder. Shein did an absolutely amazing job. The perfumer that made this fragrance as well. Phenomenal fragrance that's layerable, that honestly just, it's gonna get a flanker. I'm gonna work on this because of how good it is. You will get noticed. The compliment factor for this is extremely head-turning and extremely high. It's called Xandal. And for a fraction of the price, a lot of these scent profiles that I bought. Moving on to more recent fragrances that I bought, and honestly, this trampled on a lot of new stuff. And as much as I hate promoting expensive fragrances when they're not worth it, this is. It's called Amouage Decision. I personally love this. This has a resinous, piney green scent profile, true to Omani frankincense, along with this, to me, a gourmand aspect to it. It reminds me of like childhood Arabic gum. They would melt the resins, they would infuse it with some sugars and maybe some cardamom and clove, and you would chew it like gum, basically. And this is what it reminds me of. Piney, green, just so sexy, man. Spicy. I love this scent profile. I think that just brought back memories of me chewing the gum, and yeah, you get the idea. Decisions for me is a 10 out of 10. I feel like the performance or the projection could be a little bit better on the scent profile, but if they were to go richer, it would start to compromise the scent, and I feel like it would make it a little bit denser than it should be. I also bought another fragrance from them, Timber. Although it's a really good fragrance, there's just way too much of a backbone that resembles like the Sauvage Elixir DNA. It is in no means like a clone of it, but it could, for most people, smell like a reimagined Sauvage Elixir styled scent. And there's nothing wrong with that. I think it's actually a really good one. And in my opinion, it's an even better take on something like that. But to go into it expecting, and the reason why I'm not pitching it as that, at least in my opinion, is to go into it expecting Sauvage Elixir, you will be disappointed because it's a lot more Middle Eastern, it's a lot more higher naturals. And for people who are looking for just mass appealers, that's not always a good thing, right? But Timber for me is a really good one, just not the top 10. So far we've knocked down 2. Decisions could have performed a little better, but even considering the facts, it's still really good. The next one is super easy for me to pinpoint. It's a cheapie, and it's called Rise by Riiffs. Riiffs knocked this one out of the park. It smells a lot like Stronger With You Parfum, but stronger. And they've actually added, this is a fact, they have added the notes of caramel and leather. And the leather of this fragrance, personally, I never liked the Stronger With You leather nuance, or the flanker, I should say. But this one, along with the smokiness, more caramel than there is leather, I love this fragrance. It was so hard to beat Stronger With You Parfum and Titan, but this is really good. Is it better than Stronger With You Parfum? Not for me. Not for me. There's too much history, and just in general, but it's right there. I would say personally, I would have them both. That's it. It's called Rise, and that one, Stronger With You Parfum. I just don't have it right now. So moving on to the next one. So to give you guys a little bit more context, I've been buying a crap ton of new fragrances. Even, believe it or not, the Dua brand. I managed to get a bunch of older and newer fragrances from the Dua brand because I kind of wanted to go back to some of the older fragrances or houses that I used to buy. And the Dua brand was one that I think I remember buying, I think it was like, I don't even remember, it was like 50 of them or something. My bill was like 2,400. And people on Facebook forums, I'm ancient, were like, he got sent those, and the owner posted the invoice, blacking out all of the information, but posted the invoice and showed that it was paid, just to show them like, this guy's taking a lot of heat and he's actually a very good customer. So I went back to the roots of some of those fragrances, especially for one, That was the Midnight Rendezvous and also the Dior Homme Parfum. Their Dior Homme Parfum is really good. But I'm not going to put that on this list. Instead, what I'm going to do is go for this one. Because right now, especially for the festive times, I think that everybody should get their hands on a gourmand scent. And especially since Arabiyat is killing the gourmand game. Look at those. All right? That's all from Arabiyat. This one is called Toffee Ganache. If you have to pick one, go with this one, you guys. I'm going to tell you right now, though, it does smell like festival or festive time, Christmas time style of candles, but in every good way. I mean, so does Angel Share, but Angel Share is just made pretty well in a perfume sense. Arabiyat invested a lot going into all of these in regards to time and finesse with all those fragrances, and you can absolutely see that with a lot of those. Moving on to the next one. Now, although this is super expensive, forget the price for now. I like this fragrance a lot. It is Boadicea's Nebulous. I got this at $2K because of the quality. The quality of this one is going to give you similar ouds that you'll find at Arabian Oud, the premium ones, right? Like think of Blue Oud. But it also has a more, although there's a UK house or a London fragrance brand, it just has a more French touch on it. I'm gonna say touch because it still retains all of the barnyardiness, all of everything you'll find in those fragrances, except it just makes it wearable. Kind of an oxymoron. A lot of people wouldn't even find it wearable to begin with. But for me, I love this. It smells like royalty oud, packaged in the most premium, literally premium packaging, handmade plaques for 2,000 bucks. It is very expensive. I'm gonna put this on this list, not because of its price tag or nothing other than the fragrance. That's it. It's not for everybody either. And this is like a guilty pleasure fragrance for me. Okay? I bought a lot of other ones like Blue Sapphire. I don't think that's worth it. For me personally, yeah, it smells like Al Qureshi blend, a little bit more refined, but a little bit not enough to justify it. But Nefarious, it's 2,000 bucks though, bro. It's crazy. You've seen this come up a lot now, and it's just a fact. This is about the best 10 right now. We're just gonna keep it nice, short, simple, sweet, to the point. Club de Nuit Bling. It's just one of the best ones right now, okay? Tropical Aventus. That's it. I'm not gonna keep glazing this. It is good. Is it like, oh my God, 15 out of 5? No, but it is a 10 out of 10 for me. Simple as that. Moving on. Next one is brand new. And this is, I mean, listen to the notes, bro. It's so sexy. I remember how I felt when I first smelled Tom Ford's Noir Extreme during an era where not many Oriental spice and gourmands. It was kind of like out of the box and almost like, is this a feminine fragrance? During that time, you guys don't understand, like at that point, gourmands and edibles weren't really that popular. So to do an ice cream accord in an Indian ice cream was kind of like, wait, what? And this fragrance reminds me of that feeling, okay? It's got apple, clove, cardamom. There's also cinnamon, vanilla, amber, and cedarwood. It's called this. It's called Thorn Eclipse by Gulf Orchid. I swear to God, or Maison Asrar, similar company, sister company. This has nothing to do with price. This has everything to do with the fragrance. I just showed you a $2,000 fragrance, and now I'm showing you a $50 fragrance. I don't know if it's out yet, but what I can tell you is this is phenomenal. What this one smells like to me is not the most niche thing in the world, right? It kind of places me in a vein of something between, imagine 1 Million Elixir niched out. That's kind of the vibes I get. In fact, a couple of the scent profiles that I get is something that's boozy and resinous, maybe like an old fashioned, along with something that's spiced and even fruity. A crisp and spiced apple with a blanket of a boozy style of resin and vanilla. I think this is gorgeous. Like I said, it smells like maybe it went for something niche and it attained at designer level, but I would legitimately, if it wasn't for the 1 million style of atomizer, would have never placed it in the same vein as like the 1 millions, nor would I have expected to this be anything that's cheap or affordable. Thorn Eclipse is what this one smells like. It's not the most complex, like I said, you guys, but for me, nostalgia is worth it too, right? I describe this as reminding me of the same experience as Noir Extreme. And that experience was honestly a really good memory. Something sexy, masculine, but also treading in a territory of gourmand and spice. It's like an Old Fashioned by Killian meets some kind of floral orangey spice. I kind of wanted to say Altair, but it's more of an apple than an orange, in my opinion, at least. Yeah, apple, clove, cardamom, and cinnamon, along with the vanilla, amber, and cedar wood. This is really, really good, especially considering the price, man. That's just dumb. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. These are the top fragrances in my collection right now. Watch me turn this off and be like, oh my God, I didn't mention this, I didn't mention that. I'm going out actually in about 30 minutes to go and buy some fragrances. Let me know down in the comment section if you think there's something that I should try. More so going to niche stores, because I'm able to try different niche houses from here in the East. You know, there's a lot that you see in the same Neiman's and Saks, but here, fortunately, they have a lot of other selections that you can go in person and try them for yourself. If we find anything, I'll come back here and let you guys know. Until then, my name's Neeb. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to join the family, you guys. Hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.